How's it going, comic fans? It is Mike from the Hardcover Comic here. Today we're going to talk about an incredible epic by Alan Moore, J.H. Williams III, and Mick Gray, Promethea. We're going to look at the deluxe editions and really just talk about this story and why it's one of the best things Alan Moore has ever written in his massive bibliography of phenomenal, nearly 10 out of 10 books. Promethea was initially an ABC Comics book. It's been recollected by Vertigo in these nice deluxe editions. There were, I think, absolutes at some point years and years ago, very much out of print. Maybe we'll see reprintings for them one day. Once I start going through the art, you'll understand why. Really quickly, want to mention organicpricebooks.com. We have 2 promo codes. THC2 gets you $2 off every single one of your orders. If you're getting 3 or more books shipped in a single order, be sure to use THC Ship It Together. That'll get you 5% off and really help our channel out. Now, these deluxe editions are very nice. I actually had, volumes 1 and 2 for a while, and I recently picked up volume 3 while visiting Matt in the States for Planet Comic Con in Kansas City. Really nice designs. The dust jackets are great. They really feel like they capture the essence of the series, and then the graphic designs underneath are just beautiful as well. I actually wound up traveling with volumes 2 and 3 of this book on a recent trip for work, and that's where I actually finished the series, rereading it anyway. I don't know if I ever actually finished the series when I initially read it. Promethea is a relatively challenging book. I love it. I absolutely love it. It hits so many marks perfectly. The writing, the concept, the artwork is absolutely breathtaking. It's hard to believe that a single artist was able to do what J.H. Williams III did in this book. It's really beautiful. The page layouts are gorgeous. The character design is amazing. The various styles that J.H. Williams III hits upon throughout the book as it changes, as the plot progresses and characters travel to different locations. It's really amazing. One thing about Promethea is it's very heavy on literature. It's very heavy on magic. It's sort of Alan Moore going deep into magic and literature and really having fun with it, really creating some amazing ideas and making these incredible connections that I guess do exist in magic and mathematics and science and things like that. So very cool in that regard, and it's interesting reading the 3 deluxes this way, the story split up this way. It kind of reminds me of Miracle Man, which is another book by Alan Moore, initially called Marvel Man. But Miracle Man, as you read volumes 1, 2, and 3, you sort of see the characters continue to grow and ascend into this godhood, but you also, the way the story's told and the world around, the world that these characters are traversing through in the story evolves in that way too, to this epic scale. And you see that in Promethea as well. It starts off very ground level. Of course, you have a character who is introduced to being Promethea. Promethea is this fictional character that is essentially through the magic of literature brought to life. Alan Moore goes into depth about how it's words that create so many things for us human beings and for the world in general. A very interesting issue. There are a lot of really interesting issues. In the second volume in particular, the Promethea character essentially travels to all these different rings of being on her way to visit God, and she's helping another friend. I don't want to give away too much, but each issue, the art style changes drastically, and a different subject is explored by Alan Moore. So the cool thing about Promethea is it deals with different eras of time, different notable figures within those eras of time. It deals with a lot of fictional characters that are mainstream and well known throughout literature. So there's a lot happening here and a lot compressed into each issue. There's a lot going on in each issue, and you can see that means both in terms of the story and the artwork. It's Alan Moore, so the pages are relatively verbose. There's a lot of really witty dialogue. There's dialogue for things happening in the background, like a newscast. That is actually important to read. It's not something that should be skipped. So there's a ton happening in this book, and it's one of the reasons that I got these hardcovers, is because it's a title I know I'm going to reread over and over again. It's the kind of title where every time you read it, you kind of discover a little bit more about what Alan Moore was trying to get across to you. With the detailed artwork, you obviously get to see something different every time. Your eyes will wander to a new piece of the page that you hadn't explored previously, and maybe that'll have a connection to something else that happened earlier in the story or in the future within the story. It's really, really awesome, and seeing again that ascension and progression of the storyline to this grander scale, of character abilities, of the environment around the characters and the world that the characters exist in, but in the storyline as well, and the artwork as well. The artwork gets elevated over the course of the series as it continues as well. So it's really awesome. ABC at the time was releasing really everything Alan Moore was doing, which was all fantastic. You get to see a little bit of crossover with some of the other ABC titles in this book, which is cool, and it's really cool to see J.H. Williams capture the different art styles for those characters based on the initial book that they came from. It's really, really cool. Very well done. I mentioned earlier in this video that I was reading volumes 2 and 3 while at an airport, while on airplanes, while traveling, and this is a mature book. It's definitely for adults. A lot of the themes explored in this title are for adults. So Promethea sounds like something that would potentially be suitable for a younger audience, but I highly, highly recommend only reading this if you're a full adult, or only recommending it to people that are fully grown that can handle the concepts within. So you can see here as I'm flipping through the variation in art style as each issue progresses, as each issue changes. There's a completely different style, different color scheme, whatever it may be. It's really well done. It's really incredible. It was a book that I found myself staring at frequently, because J.H. Williams III, I'm a huge fan of artwork by J.H., but I mean, this was just a show of force, a real, hey, look at what I'm able to do as an artist, and it worked really, really amazing. So I can't recommend it enough. I enjoyed Promethea when I read it initially the first time. I don't think I ever finished it, but it's a very complicated book, and now as I continue to grow and expand my library of books, that I'm sure will become more and more enjoyable to me as I continue to reread it, and absolutely stare at the incredible artwork within the book. There's a lot of great bonus content in the back as well, showing some scripts, some art progress, pencils, inks, etc. But I really, really love these books. These deluxes are amazing. Go pick them up if you can. I don't think any of them are hard to get, but I may be wrong. Correct me in the comments if I am. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Let us know what you think about Promethea down in the comment section below. Is it a title you enjoyed? Is it a title you didn't enjoy? I want to hear from you. Is it a title you avoided for some reason? Let us know down in the comment section. If you have any additional questions about the title, anything else, let us know. Let's start a conversation. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Be sure to check out Organic Price Books. Mention some promo codes at the top of the video, so go back and check those out. Amazing, amazing service. Can't recommend them enough. Thank you all very much. Until next time, as always, you stay classy, Internet.